Hi everyone, it's us. We're once again in your Nearpod. Yay! Today's Nearpod is all about Earth Day. Awesome! So we wanted to read one of our new books that Kaylee and I just got that's really cool. It kind of talks about ways that we can help protect and take care of our Earth. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and we'll read it, and along the way might ask some discussion questions, just some things for us to think about. Then after you read the book, you'll go on and do some activities within the Nearpod, okay? Here we go. It says, "Not for me, please. I choose to act green." Wow, you're going to be hearing that a lot. Not for me, please. That becomes this character saying throughout the book, and something that we can say when we're choosing not to do something because we're going to try to act more green, or meaning act green means you're trying to think of and take care of the planet. Okay? Let's go ahead, let's open it up. You want to help hold it? It says, "Not for me, please. I choose to act green." Okay, get ready, you're going to hear that a lot. Awesome. "There once was a day when I didn't act green," meaning once he just didn't even think about the earth or taking care of it all. He just did whatever he wanted. "A time when I thought things would always stay clean. I didn't think twice of the choices I made, the impact they had, or the damage that stayed. My actions were based on the ease brought to me, with never much thought to our air, land, or sea." So he used to not think about the land, air, or sea. He was like, I don't care. And sometimes we might feel that way too. We might not think about the effect or what happens from our actions. "But my thoughts around this changed in a flash when I noticed the damage caused by our trash." Meaning he started to see how when we don't really care about the earth, or there's just trash we leave, or we make not so great choices, he started to see how it could really hurt our planet Earth. "The sight of it caused a reaction in me, and all I could say was, 'Not for me, please.'" Meaning, he doesn't want this. Thanks, Kaylee. "I could not continue to live as I did. Surely I could help out, 'cause I'm a strong kid. You, too, can help out with this phrase that I found. Just say, 'Not for me, please,' and stand your own ground." He's encouraging us to also think green or make some better choices for our planet. We can also say, "Not for me, please." It may take some practice, but I'll show you how and why it's important for us to act now. Okay, he's going to explain some reasons why we need to act green and some ways we can do that. Let's look at a straw that comes with a shake. Now imagine the trip this straw will soon take. Most often our straws made out of plastic, and after one use, they're thrown in a basket. Usually we use a straw, throw it away. From the basket they head to the dump or the sea and become something known as marine debris. Marine debris meaning ocean trash, okay? If you're not careful about where you throw away your straw, it could end up somewhere it shouldn't be. Thanks, Kaylee. Our oceans are filled with all sorts of stuff that hurt our sea creatures and make their lives rough. Poor turtles and fish mistake trash for their meal. Imagine the pain that their tummies must feel. Or worse, they get tangled in our careless muck around fins, heads, and legs, they're nothing but stuck. He's talking about if we're not careful with where our trash goes, it could end up in the ocean. Do you think a bunch of trash in the ocean, where these ocean animals live, is good for them or not very good for them? Right, Kaylee's going, not so good for them. Maybe we can help out and make sure our trash goes to the right places. And we're going to discuss all this in this book. This one little straw is not worth the high cost. Why use things that harm or cause a great loss? Here's where I'd say, not for me, please. When asked, I don't need a straw that will simply be trashed. He's saying he chooses not to use a straw because he wants to make sure it doesn't end up in the ocean. If you do want to use a straw, though, I know Kaylee and I like to use straws, just be careful where you throw it away, or maybe you can recycle it. Or maybe you can use straws that you can reuse, okay, or use cups that already have a straw in them. Some different ways to kind of think a little greener. Think about protecting our planet and helping it out. We all have a choice. Let's do our small part to refuse to cause harm and decide to act smart. So we want to do our best to act smart for our planet. Us, we live on our planet, want to take care of it. Thanks, Kaylee. Just think through your actions and the cause and effect of waste and pollution and careless neglect. He's asking us to think about what we do. Think about, if I just throw something on the ground, think about where it might actually end up. Think before we do it. Be careful with our actions and decisions. Think about how they could help or hurt the earth. Let's choose to recycle, reduce, and reuse. And with my strong phrase, there's no way we lose. Here are some examples to show what I mean and how you can join me and begin to act green. We're going to have some more examples of how we can act green. There we go. Do you see all this trash scattered around? Why would anyone throw their stuff on the ground? That's polluting. Not for me, please, is what I choose to say, and pick up the litter to throw it away. So, first you got to be careful about where you're throwing your trash away. Make sure it's getting into trash or recycling bins. And if you are able to help out, or if you're with your family and you're able to help out and see someone accidentally put something on the ground, maybe you can help pick it up and put it in the correct trash or recycling bin. That would help out. Make sure that trash doesn't end up in the ocean or with other animals that could get hurt by it. I choose to be mindful and sort through my trash, recycling things like plastic or glass. These can be turned into something brand new, like clothing, park benches, or even a shoe. When we recycle, meaning you put plastic in plastic bins, paper into paper bins, cans into cans bin, the recycling managers will take it and it gets remade into a new can, or the plastic gets made into something else plastic, or paper can be recycled to make other paper or something else. So it can be recycled and then turned into something else that we can use. So instead of having to make whole brand new material, we can recycle with what we already have. That helps everyone out. Good job. Look at these lights that someone left on in the room that is empty with everyone gone. The same for computers, games, and TVs. Why keep these things on for no one to see? Do you think it's a good idea, helpful, or not so helpful idea to leave all the lights, TVs, computers and games on if no one's in that room? That's not a great idea, because then it's just using electricity, using energy that no one's actually using. So when we leave a room or we don't need things on anymore, we can turn them off and help save that electricity. Not for me, please. I use what I need and power things off whenever I leave. I know that it's easy for one to forget, but do it enough and a habit you'll set. It's become a habit that every time we leave our room, we turn off our light. Just keep doing it, you'll get more and more used to it and make that green choice. Yeah. Do you see this faucet and the water that flows? How much has been wasted? It's so hard to know. Just running the water when it's not in use is careless and wasteful. There's just no excuse. Not for me, please. I avoid wasteful drips while brushing or cleaning my small fingertips. We're lucky to have clean water to drink, not the kind that is harmful, dirty, or stinks. We're really lucky to have clean running water like he's talking about. We need to make sure that we don't waste it. When we're washing our hands, make sure we turn it on, then use the water. When we're done, turn it off. Or while you're brushing your teeth, you can turn off the water. Then when you need water, turn it on again. Doing our best to make little green choices that helps our planet. Okay? Helps our earth. Do you bring food to school that's packed at your home? After your lunch, how much trash has been thrown? From plastic baggies to small boxes of juice, it's scary the trash just one meal can produce. Remember when at lunch and recess at our school, sometimes there'd be a lot of trash? We gotta be careful. We make sure we throw it away or recycle it if we can. Or like he's gonna suggest, we could bring reusable bins that each day we could take home and wash. Just some ideas. Not for me, please. I watch what I bring, use food containers, and avoid plastic things. I bring my own bottle. I wash and reuse. No need to contribute to plastic abuse. He even says we can bring our own water bottles that we reuse. I know our students, I remember seeing it at school. You guys did a great job making sure your trash went into the trash. We recycled our paper, and a lot of you brought your own water bottle that you would take home each day and bring back. Those are green choices. We just need to continue to be thoughtful and make green choices like that whenever we can. Let's keep reading. We have just a few pages left. Even while shopping, I see so much waste. Plastic grocery bags found all over the place. And why are there so many things plastic wrapped? Most of this plastic will only be scrapped. Not for me, please. I've had enough. I use my cloth bags when I pack up my stuff. I also take care of what goes in my cart. Choosing less packaging and plastic is smart. He's talking about when you go to the store, you can bring your own plastic or cloth bags in to take your groceries home with. Make sure you can wash them. That way you can reuse them. Nice job. Instead of having to get new paper or plastic bags every time, you can reuse the bag. Have you been on a picnic when the sky was bright blue? Do you remember the cups, plates, and forks that you used? They were probably plastic and used only once, but decomposing takes years, meaning for the plastic to break down into trash, not just a few months. It takes a long time for plastic to be broken down. Meanwhile, it just sits in the trash. Not for me, please. I'll join the ban against single-use plastic because I'm not a fan. All that I need can come from my home. Let's avoid needless buys and reuse what we own. He's encouraging us that if maybe we're using a picnic or we're eating at home, instead of maybe using plastic and paper we just throw away, maybe we can use reusable plates or sturdy plastic plates that you can rewash and use again for the next picnic or when you're eating at home. Okay? Just some ideas to think green. Might not be able to do them all the time, I understand, but if you have the choice to act green, it's great to make that choice. Our world is connected with resources shared. We all must pitch in and give nature our care. Let's pass on these things that don't make much sense or benefit us at our own planet's expense. The options are endless if you make the right choice. Think the 3 R's and use your strong voice. The 3 R's are what he talked about earlier. Recycle, reuse, reduce. So we need to make sure we're trying to do those things. Recycle. Sort your trash into trash, plastic, cans, so that way they can be recycled. Reuse. Maybe reuse dishes at home, or if you go on a picnic, maybe reuse your lunch or food containers if possible. And reduce. Okay? Meaning try to make less trash you use, or reduce the amount of electricity you use by turning off the lights when you leave a room. Recycle, reuse, reduce. 3 R's that will help us, okay? So how will you choose next time when you're out? Will you think differently and take a new route? You are free to borrow my little phrase and say, "Not for me, please," in all of your days. So he's inviting us to try our best to make some green choices and think if something really is great for the planet or maybe not so great. And maybe we say, "Not for me, please." Some ideas. And that's it for our book right there. Awesome. Hopefully it continued to give us some ideas of how we can protect, take care of, and help our Earth, the planet we live on, so that it will be able to have what it needs for us, okay? Remember to try your best to make green choices, choices that help our Earth whenever you can, like recycling, reducing, reusing, okay? Continue on with this Nearpod, where you'll do some more activities, interactive Nearpod activities, all about Earth Day and taking care of our Earth. See you later.
Hey, take care.